Bloody hell, that was close. Generic greetings and welcome to Nostalgia Plus Battlefield 2142. Only EA hates their customers so much they would actually send a walker at the intro to go and kill their customers. Anyway, this is a sci-fi shooter set in the Battlefield universe, I guess if you could call it a universe. It's part of the Battlefield franchise. It came out in 2006 by DICE and EA, and for me, it's the best Battlefield game there has ever been. It is just amazing, absolutely amazing. This intro is pretty much all in game and it demonstrates exactly what the game is like, and it just gets better and better and better. As I said, it's set in 2142 in weird urban environments or snow or desert environments. It's got everything really. The colour palette is a bit subdued, but you know, it's not just brown, which is obviously a good thing. It does feel very, very cold, and yeah, it is this hectic as well. Yeah, there's tanks and there's flyers, and oh, by the way, if you want to know the definition of generic profanity, oh, that's something coming towards me. I'm going to dive rabbit in the headlights. It's this. That is a Jeep looking at a big stumpy walker that's just driven over him. And yes, you can actually drive that thing, and it does make really good stompy noises. Mechs obviously make everything better. If it was like a big custom mech by the Orcs, then fair enough. Look at that. Yeah, shields and everything. Oh, look, people are dying. That's not good. That isn't good, obviously. There's actually two sides in the game. There's the EU. Is it the EU? EU and the PAC, which I think stands for Pan-African Coalition or Pan-Arabic Coalition. I don't really know, to be honest with you. But there's two sort of sides with it, and as you can see, they are stomping forwards with walkers. But look at this thing in the sky. That is a Titan. This is an awesome flying machine with big cannons on the bottom that could fire at them, fire at the ground, and the objective of this mode is to fire them missiles, as you can see. Look at all this! Look at this happening, man! You do this in game, and blasting into there, and then you take the shields out, and you know, this is giving you, this is a demo, this thing. This isn't an intro, this is a demo, and a trailer, and everything. It's great about the game. Apart from flying under that bridge, that's a Suez Canal map, and it's a massive pain. And anyone that does that, yeah, you're, good luck, because it's really difficult to do that. That guy's just being EMP'd. It's really interesting, because like all nostalgia videos, I haven't played this in probably 3 or 4 years, and the amount of effort I've had to get this thing working, just to get this thing working, has been immense. But I can remember all of this stuff. All of this stuff I can remember. There's some people landing on the Titan now that the shields are down, and there's new soldier, and there you go. They're all charging towards the console. You get to the console, you blow up the console. Oh, there's some heavy machine guns. God, that's a big fight. Yeah, you kill everybody, they blow the consoles up, that then blows up the central door for some reason, and you get to the central core in the middle, and then you blow that up, and then, yes, you have to leg it this fast because the Titan is about to explode, and you dive off the edge. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Now, obviously, if it was made now, they'd have a lot more dubstep in it, and all that sort of thing. Now, if that didn't get you excited for this game, I really don't know what will. Sadly, you can't buy this thing anymore, as far as I can tell. I'll put a link in the description if you actually can, but since GameSpy shut down in 2000 and whenever it was it early 2014 shut down? There's no longer an EA Master Server, so you can't even connect to log in. And if you try and play single player, what it does is says, oh, we were trying to connect and we can't find the server, so you're gonna have to play single player. Then you try and do that, and it says, oh well, there's no single player account. So I've had to install the game from my original disc and then patch it up to the latest version, and then disconnect my internet, because if you don't, it detects you've got an internet connection, tries to connect to the EA Master Server. Once you've disconnected the internet, actually I've ripped the Ethernet cable out of my computer to get this working. It then goes, okay, we'll use single player only, but then it can't find an account, so I've had to download an account which is actually named single player, and hopefully I can actually log in. And there we go, that is my name, single player, and we will load an offline soldier. Now, I really want to show you, I really would like to show you a multiplayer game of this, and I think there is ways, well, I know there are ways of getting it working, but I don't know whether it's a dead game or not, if I'm totally honest with you. You can use Game Ranger, and there's a couple of patches to get it working, but I'm just going to show you a little bit of the single player, because multiplayer, it's going to be too much of a faff around for me to do. Sadly, I can't show you any of the Battlefield HQ stuff, which was, I think this was one of the first games that had sort of unlocks and things like that for the sword. You sort of ranked up. It was the first Battlefield game, I think. Was this after Battlefield 2? I think it was. I think this was actually after Battlefield 2, and then obviously this had loads of updates. Battlefield 2 could unlock a couple of weapons, but that was about it. There's no perks in this, but there was different weapons and pieces of equipment. And Yeah, I think it was after Battlefield 2. Anyway, I don't really care. It's still the best Battlefield game ever made, in my opinion, obviously. But yeah, the Battlefield HQ, you can show like your stats and things like that. But yeah, we're going to do a bit of a single player, and we'll jump in and I'll sort of wax nostalgic as I normally do. Sadly, the single player is a bit crap, as in normally you can play 64 players online with Titan maps and such. In the single player, you can only play some of the maps at 16 players with no Titans. So it's a bit garbage. Let's go for, well, Belgrade's not a bad one. The Landing's alright. Fall of Berlin's a bit small. Suez Canal's not bad. And Verdun, I believe Verdun was basically you could play Verdun in Battlefield 1942, and this was like a sci-fi-ish version. They did that for a couple of things. Let's go for the Suez Canal. Bot skill will keep on normal, rounds per map 3, and we'll just start a playlist, which happens to be just Suez Canal, and we will load it up there. But yeah, sadly you're not going to experience the full Battlefield 2142 thing in this, but you know, that's just how it has to be. I would really like to try and play this online and, you know, like properly, but I have a feeling that even if I can get it working and mess around with it, those days are past, right? I mean, you know, I was going to say there's games like this out there now, but there really isn't as far as I can tell. But I think PlanetSide 2 is the closest to this game. That's the thing that's closest to this game, really. And I really want to play PlanetSide 2 now. But even then, that's a really big, huge, expansive game that's like it's just not the same. You can't get big Titans and stuff. So anyway, we're going to start the refugee camp, and we're going to select one of 4 classes. 4 classes in the game. You've got Recon, Assault, Engineer, and Support. Now, each class can actually do 2 or 3 different things. Recon is your sniper, as well as your stealth guy. Because if you go to customize, you can actually see you've got loads of pieces of equipment. So you've got the standard sniper rifle there, but then you've got the Zella H advanced sniper rifle, which basically does 90 damage. You've only got 100. Let's equip heavy armor, because you always do. Almost nobody runs around with a standard armor. You can also get the modernized Lambert Carbine, which is a sort of very short range, a high rate of fire weapon. And it really does, it's like firing bees at the opponent, right? You know, it is death by 1,000 cuts, that thing. But when you combine it with the active camouflage system, which allows you to cloak, and also, say, the APM anti-personnel mine, you are a force to be reckoned with. Assault is a mix of, well, I guess assault and also medic, and you've got things like these rocket grenades, which are awesome, but as you can see, I haven't unlocked any of them because this single player thing doesn't come with it. We've also got engineer, which is like anti-tank. There's your Pilium, I believe it's called. I think that's a Pilium, yeah, the Pilium HAVR, which is a huge anti-vehicle railgun, basically. Then you've also got the anti-air weapon, which is a SAW 86, which is an what is it? It's like an EMP thing, and then you've also got like a little tracker, and you've got roller mines that when you fling them there, they'll sort of hover in the air, then roll towards the enemy. Support. You can have you sort of got a medium to long range machine gun, as well as sentry turrets. Sentry turrets, man! You've also got, you know, things like the shield, so you can stand behind a shield, or you've got a big shotgun. It's just, all of this stuff is amazing. Let's go for, I guess we'll go for the standard guy here, and we'll click done. So we'll start off, and we will run around. Obviously, this game came out in 2006, but I think it still does look pretty cool. There's one of these stompy walkers, and I could get out. I want this tank. Oh, there we go. So I'm in a tank. There we go. What were the yeah, EU and the pack. Yeah, that's it there. Someone wants to lift, so I'm just going to wait until they're in. Actually, I think they're already in. There we go, they're already in. So let's just trundle along. There we go. Yeah, it came out in 2006, but I think it's still a decent looking game. It's certainly very, very, very playable. It's actually held up very well, because the textures, even at the time, were very simple. I think that was the sort of point. There wasn't too much to them, but they did have, you know, like a sheen to them. So it did, you know. So even now, it does still look quite good. It was more about the lighting than the high quality textures and stuff. So it does look quite good. That is an enemy walker, which I'm about to fire at, and there we go. And we're just gonna try and get behind him and shoot in the weak spot. You see, that's the weak spot. You get to shoot them in there, and you'll do better. Oh, I think I hit that guy. I've killed a Mr. K. Berghurst or something. There's an enemy flyer up there. And can I take it out? I probably can. Up there. Nope. Alright, let's just continue walking. Walking? Driving. Right. we don't walk, we drive. Okay, so we'll head over here. We're going to capture the point. This is a capture the point map. As I said, 16 players. I've jumped out just because I can, really. Where's someone? Someone's shooting me. Oh, that thing over there. Get some. Yeah, he's ran out there now. Yeah, capture the point map. Whoever captures the most points wins. As you can see on the top there, it says that's basically like a countdown of how many points you have. Good grief, what the hell is that shooting at me? I think that was a flyer of some kind. And I'm just going to head in here and get a bit of cover. Good grief. Yep, that's not a flyer. There's an enemy somewhere, surely. I don't know where all the shots are coming from. Either way, I'm going to put a health crate down. And there you go. You can hold the health crate and, you know, get some health, or you can just fling it on the ground. Most of my memories of this game... There's an enemy over there. Let me just say... Spotted. There we go. Or is that one the enemy? Yeah, that one over there. Most of my memories of this are actually playing multiplayer with friends. You know, when we used to play this a lot, we'd had like a squad going, and we were... I must confess, we were very, very, very good. You know, like even just two or three of us could go into a multiplayer server and completely change it around. You know, I guess playing thousands of hours will do that for you. But you know, we used to play like as a big group, and because you can actually create a squad if you go on the top there. Hang on, right click. There we go. You can go to squads, and you can actually create a squad, and then you can spawn on your squad leader. The squad leader also gets that is an enemy walker, which I can do absolutely squat about. So I'm just going to say threat spotted and run off. Let's have a quick look on the map. Yes, I am going the right way. Oh yeah, there spawns over this side. Yeah, that blew up. Yeah, so you're playing in a squad and things like that, and you know, actually being quite good, using a flyer and such. Everyone had different roles, and you know, actually being one, you know, being anti-air and being one being anti-vehicle, flinging roll mines out. I used to fly the vehicles. Generally fly the vehicles and do what I nicknamed the combat landing, which is basically a very, very rough landing, which often didn't go so well, but it was really interesting. Or you could hover over the tanks, and then the people, like friends out the side. Oh, dead. People hanging out the side, like the friends hanging out the side of the walker, the flyer rather, could like fling roller mines over the side and cross enemy tanks, and then we'd have other people repairing the vehicle, and then we'd all jump out and assault it. It was just really good fun, like really, really good fun. I remember that at the time, you know, this was like sort of Counter-Strike time, right? I mean, no, I think it was CS Source out? Yeah, CS Source was out by now, but I mean, imagine this when you compare it. This has got vehicles and stompy walkers and different classes and unlocks and all of these maps, and you could actually, like I say, make squads, so you can join a squad. So there you go, I've now joined a squad. And do you want to become a squad leader? I will say accept, and I'm now the squad leader, which basically means that people can spawn on me. You've received a new order, so I'm just going to say page up, yes. So the commander has actually given me an order to assault something, which is on the map over there, as you can see. And if you do that, you get more squad leader points, which obviously gives you more experience, and then you level up. So playing as a team was not only incentivized, but also, you know, it was encouraged. You know, it was really, really encouraged, and it was just fun. It just worked. If you had a good commander and a good squad leader, you know, you could turn the tide of battle, and that's just how it was. So anyway, I'm going to charge forward here and see if I can take this point. We are probably going to lose, mainly because I'm not really playing that serious. I'm more just sort of waxing nostalgia and talk a lot of garbage, but I mean, that's just generally how it goes. Let me just see if I can kill this guy here. There we go. Obviously, that guy was being a bit silly because he was... Oh, there's another one. Hi, mate. Good grief. He's just charging forward, isn't he? There's a great shame of that. You can actually assault that, but I'm just going to go up here. I'm actually running out of ammo. Right, so, where was I? I have no idea. I'm just sort of... To be honest with you, I'm just really... I'm sort of gushing at the moment. I'm just blurting stuff out, and I'm aware. But, yeah. I'm trying to remember all of the things. Look at that, I'm just trying to blot that away. This is an anti-air thing, you see. I'm just going to jump off the edge and activate parachute. And then kill this guy. There you go. And then quickly hide behind this thing. And that is a tank. Oh, I should not be alive. Oh, there's an enemy there. I just heard Grenada and looked around, and then there's him. Oh yeah, flinging that thing. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to apply to be the commander. I'm going to leave this. I'm going to apply to be the commander. You've applied to be the commander of the EU team, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so that you can have in this you have a commander. You also have squad leaders, and obviously you have squad members. Squad leader has 3 pieces of equipment that could unlock. One was just like a spawn beacon, which was the best. I'm just going to accept that. The commander thing. Yeah, one of them had you had a what would you call it? I'm just trying to find out where's going to be the best place to hide. Probably in one of these containers. Yeah, the squad leader had like a beacon, which was always the best thing, or you could have like a scanner drone that goes next to you, or a gun drone, which was pretty cool as well. Remember, this is a time when you know, you didn't really have any of that in any other games. So what I'm going to do now is open up my commander's map, and as you can see, I'm now commanding the forces, so I can do a sat track, which scans right across there. Look, as you can see, and we can see where enemies are. So I am currently oh, we've actually lost our main point here, so let's zoom over there, and we can actually see, is that an enemy vehicle? I don't know. Let's fling a UAV over the top. Yes, that is an enemy vehicle. There you go. That's our UAV that I've just ordered. You can order your teams, so you can click on the teams on the left there, and then just say, you know, spotted there, or assault, or whatever. I'm actually going to go down a little bit. I really want to take that thing out there, but I can't. Do another sat track, which scans across there, and it looks like we have got that tank still there. You can do a supplies. Drop some supplies, or you can do an orbital strike, which is pretty cool, and an EMP strike as well. I'm going to drop a crate over there for that guy. I was going to say on that guy, but actually you can drop it on them, and it will kill them if you land the crate on them. But that's a health and ammo crate, which is pretty cool. Looks like that's me there, look, and hopefully he's not seen me. No, he's not. But that tank is right outside, so what I'm going to do... Oh, I was about to orbital strike, but let's not do. Let's do a sat track. We've captured... Oh, there's some enemies over here. There's a couple of enemies over here. Right, I think an orbital strike up the top there. That's going to be a bit deadly. Bang! Look at that, there's orbital strike. In fact, if I go outside, I should be able to see this thing going. Where is it? It's over there. There's one of theirs. Ours is over there. God, it's kicking off, isn't it? You can actually destroy that if you go to... You can see on the map here. Hang on. It's best if I do that one. This white one over here, these white things here, if you destroy them, the commander loses stuff. So you can actually do raids and things like that. Now, obviously, the maps did change. Like, this is a fairly large one. In fact, when you look at that, all of that yellow bit is where you can't go only on this map, or on this level. As in, the rest of it, all that yellow stuff, all the hash stuff out, you can go on a 64-player server. So it's actually really, really, really big, but sadly, we can't do that. Anyway... Is that an enemy vehicle? Yes, it is, so that's not good. Yeah, that exploded. I'm pretty sure that exploded. Obviously, there's people inside, as you can see. Cool, that guy's dead. Yeah, there's people inside that thing, and you can shoot them. I'm just gonna get into this thing, and we're gonna head off. So I'm gonna go over here and go. Come on, do you want to get in? Do you want to get in? No, no one is getting in. Come on. Get in the car! Okay, fine. Do I want to leave? Okay, I don't know if I want to leave the commander seat now. We'll just head off. Should really leave the commander seat. Obviously, if you're in multiplayer, you would do that. But obviously, there was a full voting system, and you had ranks, and the highest rank would generally get the commander because, well, it indicated they were generally more experienced. Let's stop there, and we're going to charge forward and actually... go in here and crouch down because I'm trying to capture this point. Good grief, I've just got a commander bonus for something. Get down, mate. That was, you see that? That was all reactions. Oh, damn it. That wasn't reactions, though. That first bit there when I felt I was getting attacked from the back, that was all muscle memory. That was muscle memory from, you know, days past and all that. Good grief. The worst thing is they've got, like, things that can revive you and all the up unlocks. I've got none of this stuff. I'm just stock. I'm stock as you like. Oh, I need to go over here to actually take that point back. I'm going to take that point back because while we've lost that, we can't get any vehicles, which is a great shame. But multiplayer on this game, there was several maps and several modes. Obviously, this is just a standard capture point map. One of my favourite maps was Camp Gibraltar, and it was a very, very close and small urban map, and it was really hectic. Then you got the larger maps, were obviously about the vehicles and whatnot. And then you got the Titan maps, which was basically what the game was sort of fabled for. And at the time, it's still... No, there was a couple of issues with it, with lag and stuff, with Titans moving. If you move Titans, they were a bit laggy. But generally, it worked, and it was very, very, very fun. And each side had a Titan, which you saw at the intro, and those Titans could be moved by the commander. They could order them to move. Bloody hell, get under cover. Looks like their commander is trying to stop me capturing, you see. So I'm just going to hold my health crate. I'm going to shove it down because I'm getting, you know, blattered and such. Can I? I've actually changed the mode of this somehow. I've changed the mode of my gun, and I actually have no idea how I've managed to do that. You can change the mode of your gun. That's not the right one. That's not the right one. That's an enemy. Gone. We're just taking this point now. Yeah, looks like I think we've taken this. Where are the shots coming from? Don't know, but I'm hiding. Over there. Gone. It's all in the memory. It's all in the reflexes. Right. That's not good. That's not good. That is not good at all. That's the opposite of good. Because there's nothing I can do about that. Let's switch class to an engineer and we'll see if we can take this thing out. Yeah, so the Titans, they could be moved by our commanders, and on the bottom of the Titans was 4 guns which you could get in and then blast, basically do it like orbital basically barrages from where it was in the air, so bombarding down and stuff. And then you could, ooh, there's a flyer. Shall I get in the flyer? I'll show you a bit of flying. Get in the flyer, and I want to be in number 1, which is a pilot seat. Sweet. I am garbage at flying this, I'm sure. Should we try and go under the bridge? That's the thing they always try and do in the intro, which, you know, I'm not very good at. Apparently, I'm better than I thought. And yeah, boy! Okay. Oh, yeah, that was pretty good. Came under the bridge and then destroyed their flyer. Yes. I was going to go under that bridge again, but I'm not going to do that because I'm sure it'll go horribly, horribly, horribly wrong. Yeah, so you would use your Titan anyway to sort of hover towards where all the fighting was going on the ground, and you had a shield which was invulnerable to everything. And let me just fire all that there and see if I can kill someone, which I didn't manage to do. Yeah, you would have an invulnerable shield, and you would also have anti-air things on it as well, so you'd be able to sort of do like anti-air things on the vehicle. I'm just going to put it into hover mode and pretty much just blatter the crap out of the thing and then fly off because we're getting targeted. Nope, what I'm going to do is crash into the ground. That's fair point, Will. Oh, bollocks. Ah, well, it was going to happen eventually after I haven't played this game in ages. So yeah, the Titans, they would go around and, you know, they had this invulnerable shield. In order to take the invulnerable shield out, you'd have to run around and capture points like we're doing now, which would then have a missile launcher, which would fire the big honking, like, ICBM sort of things, huge missiles towards them, and then crash into that. And then, basically, that would drop the shields, and then you assault it. I'm actually going to UAV that area there. UAV. There we go. And we'll drop some supplies over there. I actually want to say move over there. So I'm ordering these guys to attack. Order all them to attack it. There we go. Cool. Right. There's that. I've done the commander stuff. Close all that, close that, close that. Oh, no, menu opening. No, when I'm in. Close the menu, close the menu, close the menu, close the menu, close the menu! I don't know why, but it's unresponsive. Right. So anyway, yes, you would do that with the Titans, and, you know, once you've done so much stuff. They just crashed into each other. Oh my good grief, everything's breaking. Yeah, you would assault the Titan and fight on the Titan, take the consoles out, or you could just defend them and, you know, basically win it that way. You could actually, another way to win as well on Titan mode was, instead of that thing, hostile infantry. That thing's going to shoot. It's a big railgun, you see, that thing. Yes, Grease, you're saying Grease Monkey. I'm going to get my Hoff 3000 out and I'll repair. Stop moving forward. If you stop moving forward, I will repair you. This is the Hoff 3000, as you can see on the bottom right there, and you can repair stuff. But sadly, he's running off like a fathead. Anyway, yes, so you could... there's another way to win the Titan modes. Instead of assaulting the... ooh, ragdolls. Instead of assaulting the consoles and assaulting the car, you could just take all of the points. I've just been ran over by a friendly. Thanks, guys. Thanks for that. You could just capture the missile ports and just wait for the missiles to crash into the Titan and destroy it that way. That worked as well. So it was just, there was loads of stuff to do, and with all of the unlocks and all the different maps, it was just a really big game at the time. You know, really, even now, it's still, I don't think there's any game that really comes close to its scope, and, you know, not sci-fi. I mean, obviously, Battlefield 3 and 4 and stuff, you know, you've got, like, you've got Commander stuff as far as, do you have Commander stuff? I played Battlefield Bad Company, and I think you had that in that, but I haven't played Battlefield 3 or 4, but I think you do have that in there. And obviously, you definitely have squads, and there's another more suicide things. Where we will defend by crashing into one another. Yeah, so, you know, there's nothing really like this. I mean, even at the time, the closest game to this was probably PlanetSide, I think. But now PlanetSide 2 is pretty much the game that's most like this, you know, with squads and unlocks and being sci-fi and stuff and whatnot. But yeah, it's still an amazingly good game. It's a real shame. It's a real shame because it's really fun. And, you know, I guess, well, I don't know whether it's balanced now. I can't really speak for that. But I thought at the time it was balanced. Let me just fire against this guy. Yeah, take that, mate. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. He's looking that way. Ow, 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 dead. Yeah, you know, it was just really a great game. But I fear it's a lost game. I really do think it's a lost game. It's one of those things that, at the time when it came out, it was one of the, you know, this was at the time when online activation was starting to become more and more commonplace. And a lot of people at the time also were having serious doubts, saying, well, you know what? What happens when your servers shut down? And all the companies were, oh no, our servers won't shut down, it'll be available forever. What happened? The server shut down, and you can't play the thing. So it's a lost game, you know? It's not like the original Battlefield. Hi, mate. How's it going? Oh, I missed him. Oh, he knifed me. No way. It's not like the original Battlefield 1942. You can buy that and play it. You can, you know, put the CD in and play the thing. This one's older, yet you can't play it. Even though it runs perfectly well, as you can see, this is running at 1080p. Graphics are maxed out. It's running very well. No frame rate issues at all. Everything's fine. No bother whatsoever. Yet, because of the online stuff, you can't play it unless you get so many patches and mess around with it that it's basically not worth the effort, because most people don't want to do that, which is why it's a pretty much dead game. And I fear that this video and others like it will become basically more of a historical document. Is like, look at this game. It did exist and it was awesome, but it was, you know, killed by stupidity. Basically, you're like, oh, well, you know, we're going to tie it into servers, which, you know, it's like the linchpin, isn't it? Once that goes down, game goes. Even though it's perfectly playable and perfectly fun. You know, and it's not as if they needed to bump it off for the sequel, because there isn't a sequel. You know, if Battlefield 2143 was announced, which they have teased in Battlefield 3 and 4, I think, with like little crates and stuff and little UAV drones. They have teased that. If that came out, you know, it's like, right, cool, bot. Oh, God grief. This thing's a really good gun, but apparently I'm dead again. Yeah, see, all I'm doing is really just waving in now. That's a great shame. I'm going to go at the back and get a Titan. But, you know, it is a real great shame. It is a real great shame that this... But, I mean, I really wish there was a sort of pseudo-sequel to this. I've heard Titanfall is similar, but after watching videos, I went, no, it's nothing like the bloody thing. Get on my tank, get on my tank, get on my tank, get on my tank! You... Come on, where's the, need to pick up. That guy, there we go, that guy said, no, don't say no, I can do. Let me in the tank, there we go. Right, okay, sweet. So now I have a tank. You know, I really wish there was a sequel to this. I guess PlanetSide 2 is the closest thing to it, and it's sort of getting me thinking I should probably play PlanetSide 2 because, you know, this is really, really good. But if there's something, if you know of anything like it, then please, by all means, post in the comments. There's someone down there, I think, but I don't know where he is. There you go. Come on, out my way, guys. That's an enemy up there. Yeah, it is. There's shields, by the way. You can actually have shields, but I don't know what the button's for it. I'm just going to start mashing buttons until something happens, which is probably not the right thing to do. Oh, there's new orders. Ooh, oh, that's the commander button. Okay. Actually, yeah. Let's do that. Let's UAV, where we're attacking, and we're gonna do an orbital strike up there, and then we're gonna do supplies over there as well. Right, there we go. And now we'll go. Enemy tank over there. Sweet. Right, charge forward. Yeah. See? There's a guy down there as well, and I really want to kill him. I think he's just put a mine down. Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. Whoa, that missed him, that missed him. There's about being a big explosion here, I think. Ah, damn it, walkers are just better. Walkers are just better, which is the great shame of it. And I really wish I had my shield button mapped to something. Get around the back. Yes, good, 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 good. Yes! Ran him over. No, he's still alive. Not alive anymore. I'm getting tagged by this thing here. Damn it! I almost pulled the trigger and killed him and then was going to jump out and then assault him. What a shame. This is a really good game. It is a really good game. Sadly, most of my memories, as I mentioned, are playing with friends and playing, you know, multiplayer and... You know, just time's passed, I guess. Time has passed. Oh, by the way, I think I mentioned about these. If you kill them, then you know, the commander can't do stuff, which is me, and I'm not really doing it properly, but I can repair it. Let's get the Hoff out. Well, it won't let me repair it. I guess it's because it's not damaged. Oh well. Yeah, memories though. Actually, watching this. There's an enemy. I think you can lock on with this thing, but I don't know what the lock on button is. You know, memories playing this like with friends and such and actually taking things over. That blew up. And, you know, oh god, I gotta switch the weapon, dead. You know, like assaulting areas and taking points and, no, assaulting titans and stuff. It was just really, really good fun. You work as a team, you did very well. But, you know, and also like listening to massive rages as well. That was always fun. Because you got dead serious at one. We got dead serious at one point. That thing's put its shields up because it's trying to kill me. Which I hit it. See, it's got missiles, you see, which is... Actually, this is at my advantage now because most of its shots... Yeah, there we go. Now then, mate. How are you going? I was going, damn it! I was going to try and run that guy over. Now then, mate. Do you want to get in? Here we go. I'm going to go over here and repair this thing. Ah, my eyes! There we go. That's repaired. Cool. Right, we're taking this point. Right, let's advance some more. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff I haven't shown you. Multiplayer, the main thing, and obviously all the Titans and stuff that I mentioned. But you saw it at the intro, which is why I, you know, really wanted to show that. But there was also an expansion, which is the Northern Strike expansion, which added 3 new maps, a couple of unlocks for each class. And added... That was a good shot, wasn't it? It added a new mode, which was... I can't remember exactly what the mode was called, but it was like a sort of... Weird, that was weird. Like a weird... I'm going to say Leviathan, but I don't think I mean Leviathan. But it was like basically a very slow-moving vehicle, and one side had to get in that vehicle, and you could put a couple of people in it. And you could, you know, you had to drive that towards the enemy base, and then basically then you'd win. Or you... Let me get out of that one and see if I can repair it. I'm going to try and tank it off. But I don't know if I can. I think I'm just going to end up dying. I am managing to tank this thing off. Why did I get in that? Oh, that's because that's there. Oh, that was worth it. That was so worth it. Yeah, you had to escort this big vehicle towards the enemy base, and if you were the other side, you obviously had to destroy it. But it was very hard, and there was these like shield things all the way around and stuff like that. So it was really, really difficult to do. But it was still great fun. But that Northern Strike expansion, I think, and I could be wrong about this. I've been wrong several times. In fact, most of the time, I'm wrong. But it was one of the first games that was sold in an empty box. It was an online purchase, so you would actually buy it from the EA store. It wasn't called Origins at the time. It wasn't even called the EA Downloader at the time. I think it was called something else. And let me just get in this thing and take that guy out because he sucks. Oh, that's friendly. Oops, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, oops. And the EA Downloader. Well, you would buy it. You would buy this thing. I'm going to get in this tank. Tank, please. Thank you very much. And you buy it, and then obviously you could download it and play it. So that was pretty cool. But you can't get that anymore, as far as I can tell. But if you bought it in store, if you actually went and got a box copy in store, you would open it. It was actually a full DVD case. You know, and you'd go, oh, yeah, that's a DVD case. And that were actually, yeah, I need someone in this thing. I need someone that's. Did he just go on the back of me? Thanks for that, mate. You bloody fathead. Let me repair this thing. Oh, good grief. Yeah, so. You would buy this thing in the box, and then you get it home. And it was a proper DVD box, yet it would. It would. Oh, there's loads of people around where I am. It would be an empty box. That's what it'd be. Actually, would be an empty box, which was it actually had the space for the CD and everything, and no, empty. Just give you a code, just a little sticker. That's all it was, which was a great shame, especially if you had a really, really bad internet connection. Like I say, 2006 and 2007 when that was out. So, yeah, not everybody had a really, really good internet. But still, reminiscing. Anyway, you know what? I think I'm going to leave it there, mainly because I'm just getting... It's like it's an era gone by, this thing. You know, it really is. It's like I'm getting all the nostalgia videos. I like looking back and go, you know what? You know, I look back at it and go, yeah, nostalgic and that. And you know, a lot of the times I go, yeah, the games are pretty good. I don't know if I'd play them all, you know, now or a lot, but and some of them are going, yeah, this isn't as good as I thought it was. This is just as good as I thought it was. It's still amazing. It's still, in my opinion, the best Battlefield game there has ever been. But it's making me a bit sad because it's a game that shouldn't be dead. You know, this game should still, you know, it should still be around. There's no reason why this game, had died. You know, even when the GameSpy servers were up, there was still active servers going. Come on, come on, I'll repair you, mate. I'll repair you. Can I kill someone with a Hoff? No, I can't. But I'm gonna knife him. Get some. Yeah! I got died. I killed her. Bloody hell. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna leave it because honestly, solitary tears dripping from my eye. It's not, but yeah, it's a little bit sad that this game just isn't really in existence anymore. Links in the description, so you know if I can find a way to get this thing. Obviously, I don't know if you can buy it anymore. There might be other ways of getting it, but I couldn't possibly comment on that. Either way, this has been Battlefield 2142. It's still amazing, and it's just a little bit sad that it's gone. Because you can do stuff like that. As always, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings. Damn, I'm good.